Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur TV Middle East. We're here giving you the latest scoop straight from Abu Dhabi from Brit Summit. And with me is one very special guest, is Danny Cortenraede. Thank you so much for coming over. Danny's actually a founder and managing partner of InStudio Ventures. Extremely cool idea. We're going to get involved into sports yet again today, and I'm absolutely loving it. So thank you so much
Thanks for having me.
for coming.
Yeah, it's great to be here. So I'm running an investment firm, InStudio Ventures, focusing on sports, media, and technology from very early stage.
Best three topics, actually.
Right? That's
So
if you can
combined.
work in that world, it's
Yeah.
something to be grateful, like yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's just amazing to be part of this whole sports ecosystem and media.
Sure.
Investing from very early stage to later stage, almost PE. Investing in sports franchises, but also Series A, Series B companies.
Amazing.
For example, the Boardroom company
Okay.
from Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman.
Amazing.
Kevin Durant, the NBA player, for people who don't know him,
Yeah.
but he has a lifetime
We're
deal.
going to pop him up here, his
Right?
image.
It's a huge player, right? You have three players who have a lifetime deal with Nike. That's Michael Jordan,
Exactly.
LeBron James, and
And
him. So it's pretty unique. That's an example. We investing actively in the sports industry, and we are backed by a lot of athletes. So Premier League players, guys who are playing for Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, Aston Villa. We have NFL players
don't
and
forget
NBA
Inter Milan.
and Inter Milan. Yeah, so it's a good mix of all kind of different players.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's and we're involving them. I think if you ask me what makes you different,
Mhm.
one, we have access to unique deals like the Boardroom of these sports franchises, but the educational part is big for us. So
Which
involving,
is always so important.
yeah,
So important.
that you really understand where you're investing in. So involving the athletes in that whole process is crucial.
But if I had to take a few steps back,
Yeah.
I feel like an extremely important factor of what you do is obviously your network is your net worth. Actually knowing that entire industry, knowing the people. What else would you say were the important kind of foundations that you needed to create this company?
Yeah, for me, are three things how I started, right? I just love entrepreneurship.
You had it in
Investing.
you.
Yeah, my dad is an entrepreneur, my grandfather is an entrepreneur. So when I was a little boy and was sitting at the dinner table, I always heard these entrepreneurial conversation. So I think that was the time that I got that entrepreneurial bug into me. I started actually in the corporate world,
Manifesting it.
but yeah, I think so. Just love entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
investing, and a big passion for sports. So that are three things. And the real why I started InStudio Ventures is that if you look at the failing rate from companies, 80% of the companies are failing within the first 5 years. For me, that number is just crazy. These people,
It's unfortunate because we need more entrepreneurs. It's just so wonderful to be your own person and have your own idea, right? But it's little things that we need education for to become a better version of ourselves and manage a company. Right?
exactly.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But tell me one more thing. So let's say you guys get an athlete. Give me a name.
Cody Gakpo
Cody.
playing for Liverpool.
For example, what is the journey that he's on with you guys?
Yeah, great question.
From day one, and give me that as if we're speaking investing for dummies.
Yeah.
What happens with him, and what's the journey that he has in your company?
Yeah, Cody, or for example, James Winston, what I met at Harvard.
Okay.
We met there very organically. We met with the family. I think it starts with trust, right? So his family was there, his wife, his two little boys, my wife, the boys. And I think that's very important to, the reason why I'm mentioning this is that's where it starts, right? We want to do business with people that we actually can trust. And it says a lot about you. How are you treating your kids, or how are you treating your wife, right? So that's how it started. But just if you go back, Jamie's chose for us at InStudio Ventures specifically for that educational part. Look, these guys have no opportunity, they have no shortage in opportunities. Everybody wants something from them or want to pitch them because they know they have money.
To pick, right?
They need to pick, and they can invest their money in all kind of different things. But the educational part is crucial. So for example, with Jamie's, he's joining deal flow meetings with us. So if we go over our opportunities, he's listening, he's joining these meetings if he's not training or playing on the field. Because still the number one priority is on the field. Let's be clear about that. He's joining deal flow meetings. If we're talking to a specific company or startup, he's joining these meetings and is listening, is asking his questions. So I think that's just a crucial aspect of what we're doing at InStudio Ventures. Plus, we have a thing that's called the Athlete Council, but we're bringing all these athletes together.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
they get to discuss it amongst themselves.
And we bring in top players from the industry. So then you have these guys, these soccer players are calling in. Jamie's was on that call.
Amazing.
NHL players, and then you have a top speaker every time.
Mhm.
This time it was Rich Kleiman, the business partner from Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very great conversation that we have and where everyone can learn from each other.
What are usually, those basic questions that all of them ask that makes you realize, okay, like we need to kind of educate the bro? Like, what is the usual formula of questions and confusions that they have
Yeah.
when they enter this world?
No,
Because I have a lot of them right now in my head, like I could speak to you for the next day. But
Yeah, and it's a great topic what you're bringing up, and why you need to meet them where they are,
exactly.
right?
Because you're an expert in these things.
Yeah, and some of them they already invested in a couple companies, some never invested, just have the money maybe in stocks or bonds or maybe some real estate.
Somebody else doing it for them as well. It's not like
Yeah.
they are invested in knowing where their money goes in every single point in detail.
No, it's true. And so for us, these are basic questions for us. Okay, what's a cap table? What's a safe note? Or these kind of things in the investment world, these are this basic language.
Yeah.
But for a person
For
who's
them,
not, yeah, it's and how do you actually look at deals, right? What's important? If we're looking at a deal, the team, the business model, how scalable is it? How big is the market? All these basic things for us as investors is something that they really can learn something.
Right.
So I think it's this again, it is depending on who we have in that call, but they come up and actually they also have great insights, right? They bring also a lot of value from their perspective. Are they a seasoned investor? No, but their mindset.
Oh well, I can imagine.
And how they are playing on the highest level. And
they're the same, and
yeah, we're investing in sports. This is something that from a young age they didn't do anything else than to dedicate their life only to that sport.
Of course.
So if we have a tool, a wearable, they know exactly we can talk about this, and this is so we're bringing these two worlds together. What's really working.
Beautiful. Is there any sort of athletes you have in mind that you would love to have on board? Like, what's your wish list? Tell us.
Yeah, that's a great question. We actually I was on a panel and they asked me the same question.
Really?
And there was a guy who's working close with Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. So I said Cristiano Ronaldo would be amazing. Obviously, I'm a big soccer football fan. Depending on in the US we say soccer, but I'm originally from Europe.
Did you watch the thing that Trump said the other day?
Yeah,
we need to find a different name now
right?
For our football.
That was an interesting one.
I feel like he got more haters.
Yeah, in the US.
Because you're European.
Yeah, I can appreciate it, but not the people in the US.
Like you literally just dug an even deeper grave right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no, that's a huge name. What I understand, also very smart in his investments. Whoop is one of his investors.
Oh,
He's very actively involved. So a person like that. But I think we already have an amazing roster with tier 1 athletes. And it's not only for the top 1% where we're working with. I think also for the rest of the athletes who dedicated their whole life to playing for the NFL. Average time to play in the NFL is between 3 and 5 years. We'll also have a lot of these guys where we want to get them.
I just know one of them, the junior. What's his name? Something junior. Like there's an older brother and a younger brother.
In the NFL?
Yeah, in an NFL, yeah.
Kelsey and Travis?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, with the podcast.
Yeah.
Those guys are crushing it.
Right?
Yeah. They are amazing. Yeah.
It's like I visualize them, like I see them opposite of my face.
Yeah. So yeah, no, there are multiple people that we want to work with, but we have already a great group where I'm grateful for, and just keep delivering, making sure we.
And I guess through events and through all these networking sessions is where you can kind of catch them and speak to them and see if they're interested, or is it more like word of mouth for your company? Like how does that work?
Yeah, so it's definitely just the people who are involved in the fund. They're talking about it in the locker room, so the guys talk with each other, the women. So that's something. We're working a lot with the wealth advisors and the family offices.
Mics inside the.
Right, that would be a great one actually. Just listen and they see or hear the feedback. It would actually be a good one. But the wealth advisors, so the wealth advisors doing the diligence on our funds, and we're working with the whole team from the athlete. Right, it's not only with the athlete but the whole team. They're doing the diligence on our fund. They say, okay, this is great. This is a legit group. It makes sense, and they also keep delivering us also other athletes if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's one. And then we have a lot of events also with one of our portfolio companies. The boardroom is organizing 12 events per year. Well, a lot of athletes are showing up, including in Miami. Actually, Patrick Mahomes was there at that event.
Crazy.
So yeah, that's how it works.
You're throwing all these names at me. That's insane.
Yeah.
That you get to work with all of them. And eventually, I feel like for you, as long as your athletes that you work with are happy, say
Yeah.
happy wife, happy life. This is the same thing. Like as long as they're happy, they're gonna tell their
That's true. That's what
colleagues,
it is. And
friends, and
yeah.
you're just gonna grow your company and grow a business.
Yeah.
Great. I could speak until tomorrow with you, but we do have to wrap up our interview shortly. I have some founder mindset and growth questions that I want you to answer. Since we are entrepreneur, and I kind of want to dig your brains as well into your personality and how you lead. So you can
Sure.
pick a question
Okay.
and then read it out loud to the public.
I can read it.
Yeah, read it out.
Okay. What's your personal founder mantra?
Be a quote. It could be a song. It could be like a sentence that drives you. You know, like.
For me, it's really never quit.
Mhm.
I strongly believe it's about consistency, but with a clear vision, because you can be consistent. But if you're going all the ways, saying no is much more important than saying yes.
Mhm.
So
Oh, it's hard though.
it is hard, and especially as a founder. And if you're in that CEO business development role, you get
Mhm.
all these opportunities, all these people, and you can distract yourself. But having a clear North Star and going into the right direction and keep
Right.
stacking these,
Right.
making sure you keep delivering and never quit. I
Mhm.
think you will, believe me, you
Mhm.
will get very hard moments in building a
Of
company.
course, it's a lonely journey.
It's a lonely journey. Not everyone is able to do it. But I mean, if you have a clear vision and keep delivering and keep, for me, it's about routine. I'm a
Mhm.
very waking up at 6,
Mhm.
having breakfast with my kids, working
Mhm.
out in the morning,
Mhm.
take a shower, cup of coffee, and I'm sharp. I'm ready to go. I know. But also there, I have a very clear agenda. So with my chief of staff, she knows we will not plan any meetings before 10, if it's possible. That's not always the case, especially working with Europe.
Yeah.
For strategic meetings, I want to be in the morning making these decisions.
Right.
So have a clear agenda and structure. Yeah, I
Little
believe.
vacation days, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I'm working a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I also have a family.
As long as you get to spend time, as I wanted to
No,
say, with your kids
100%.
and your wife, it's super important.
Number one priority in the end, right? It's
Beautiful.
still, it's my family.
Yeah.
I want to be that dad who's also be there at the soccer field,
Of course.
and not and being a good husband. It's that mix.
Of course.
Because I see a lot of people and entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, they make it, they are successful, but they are divorced or they don't see their kids. For me, then for me,
achieved.
you're not successful. I want to be also a great dad. I want to be a great husband, and I want to be successful. I'm very ambitious. And I think if you can get that key, you're able to unlock that in a good structure. Yeah, then you can be very
And
happy and
it's
have a balance.
it's amazing that you said that because one of the question cards is how do you define success and what
Yeah.
does success
Yeah.
mean to you? And most often than not, I have especially male entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs when they answer that question, and they always the first thing they think about is work.
Yeah.
When I ask them the success question,
Yeah.
they don't mention family.
No.
And I think in the last, let's say, 6 months, maybe I had 3 interviews where
People
they actually mentioned it.
no, it's
Females, they will always tell you, I have to make sure that
Yeah.
all aspects of my life
Yeah.
are working together.
Yeah.
I am a mom, I'm a wife,
Yeah.
I'm a business owner, I'm also a friend and a sister. And that's success to me. And that's usually the answer I get from women. But for men, it's very difficult to actually reach that point.
No.
But it's great because it shows that you very much are awakened,
Yeah,
you know, and
for
you
sure.
understand the importance in life.
You will regret it 100%.
Of course, you're never going to go back to those moments. Of
No,
course not.
the little boys and no,
course
no.
not.
For me, it's both, and it is challenging. Believe me, to do all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Especially as a man, it's not easy because honestly, nobody talks about mental health, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the male world.
Yeah.
You gotta be tough. You
Yeah.
gotta bring the
Yeah.
money home. You gotta be a good husband. You got Nobody talks about mental health with men, and they don't open up easily either.
Yeah.
But it's such a huge topic.
It's huge, and there's also something where we are putting time and effort in with our funds, investing in longevity, mental health.
No way.
Yeah, sure. It's
That's
part
wonderful.
of our thesis.
I love Longevity Hub here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how now this whole topic of wellness is becoming a thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad that it had to become a social media trend for people to actually start
very
reading
hard.
Joe Dispenza and get into, the mental state and into your subconscious and everything. But
Yeah.
I'm grateful to see that slowly now with all the trends that we're having on social media it's going. One last question for you, since you were discussing your mantras. What would you say is one of the main things and the coolest things you've learned from all these athletes that you get to spend, such close time with? Because I believe you're literally having this robotic, incredible mind in front of you that has reached the ultimate level of both mental and physical.
Yeah.
What can you tell me that you've learned from them?
No, you're
the way they
right.
work?
I'm very grateful to work with these top tier athletes and just having dinner with them or spending time with the family and get to know them so much better. and understand how they're thinking. I think their mindset is so strong because one time I'm talking with them also on FaceTime, just chatting.
That's so
And
cool.
then we're talking about things if they lost the game. One guy, the head coach was fired. All kind of things are happening there internally. All the media is over them, and still how they are thinking and how the positive mindset and still playing on the highest level. And then they win a game and they are the heroes
strong
again,
you
right?
gotta be.
It's they are special human beings, and being able to do that on the highest level. Again, I'm grateful to work with them. And we learn from each other. It's really a win-win situation. What we're doing, we bring in what I said, these athletes together.
Yeah.
Also with top tier executives. For
Yeah.
example, with one of our portfolio companies, the boardroom, we had a meeting, and Fanatics, we had an event in New York. 15 athletes were there, NBA, NFL, NHL players. A
Incredible.
program for 2.5 days, entrepreneurship, innovation, AI. In the evening, a dinner with Michael Rubin, the founder and chairman from Fanatics. The day after, we had a dinner with the CEO from Goldman Sachs, David Solomon,
No
one of the
way.
biggest financial leaders in the industry. Josh Harris were there. And if you see how these top executives are working with these top athletes, there's magic happening, right? You see these have respect for each other.
The frequencies are probably like
Insane.
through the roof.
Yeah, no
That's
egos, just a humble, great conversation, asking all the questions. And I thought that was really magical what the boardroom and Fanatics put together there.
I guess you just need to stop for a few seconds and just stare at it and be like,
Yeah,
God, I'm
yeah.
so
If you
grateful.
see the people who are in a room like that, that's pretty amazing.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much for this interview today. I believe it was a wonderful conversation and to many more. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And you're doing something really awesome. And we hope to see you again in Entrepreneur. Thank you.
Thank you so much.